everyone. Hello. So let's get to the point. This year, last year, and especially this year, I have learned a lot of strategies that have helped me to become more calm, be more present in the moment, and enjoy it. Actually, enjoy it, and ultimately be happier. So I'm hoping these three strategies can help you, in life. So let's go to learn how to enjoy the process. It sounds easy, but it's very difficult. At least for me, before I was also always goal oriented. I'm still am, but I was thinking all the time, okay, the goal, how to get here, how to do that, but I wouldn't actually take the time to okay, this is a process. I wouldn't think that absolutely everything is a process, and to get to point B, C, or whatever it is that you're looking for, you need to start, number A, B, So especially after the stroke and the surgery and all that stuff, of course I want to be again I wanted my brain to be fully functioning and full power and all that stuff. But in order to get there is a process, and especially this year I was starting to understand, okay, yeah, but I need to do this thing before I do next thing. And if I'm just, I don't know how to say it, okay, for example, before I used to walk a lot, and I miss it. I really miss it. But I have a lot of fatigue, and I will get very discouraged when I didn't get to the, I don't know, the next street. My accent. I will get a little bit upset and frustrated if I didn't get to the point where I wanted to go. That's what I was doing before. Now what I'm doing is, hey, I'm able to do 2 streets, 2 blocks. That's the word, blocks. Before I wasn't doing it. So I am enjoying the process of okay, I'm able to do 2 blocks, 3 blocks, slowly building up, and then one day I'm able to get to the point where I want it to be, that's one thing. I kind of want to talk a little bit more about that one, because at least in my age group, I'm 28. Everybody's so running and putting pressure and doing this and this, and you are comparing yourself with everybody else, and you want to go to get to point whatever you want to go, and if you don't do it, oh my god, it's so frustrating and blah blah blah. Just take a moment to enjoy the process. God, if you start doing that, you wouldn't believe how things will be more calmer. You'll be just feel better about yourself, and Okay, number 2. This one I have been really learning it for the past couple of months. It's learning how to communicate what you're feeling. Learning how to communicate what you are feeling. Before, I'm gonna talk about me. Before, I used to feel like I was a superwoman before everything happened. But I was feeling stressed, angry, so anxious and all that stuff. And I wouldn't talk to anyone about what I was actually feeling. Like, yeah, you talk to someone, like, yeah, everything's fine, how's it going? Good, good, yeah, everything's good. But actually, deep inside, like, no, things weren't good. Like, you will feel like, I was feeling like, I was like drowning in feelings that I wasn't even able to like comprehend and all this stuff. Especially, I was feeling like that this year at the beginning of the year. So what I have learned is communicate what you're feeling, and communicate it with someone who is not judging you. That's the thing. Because sometimes you talk to somebody and they're not actually listening. They're just like, yeah, but whatever, you should be doing this, and this. No, like, find someone that you can trust, one, and also that at least tell them, like, please don't judge me, like, give them a heads up. For me, I have found a therapist, and she is amazing. I am able to explore what I'm actually feeling and tell her and be like, okay, but why are you feeling like this? And like, slowly, like, that navigate, like, okay, like, you're feeling this, but like, you can do, you can find solutions if you're able to actually understand why are you feeling. Because if you're feeling like a lot of things and you're not talking to, you are not talking to anybody, like, man, like, everything, you have the snowball effect. Everything's getting worse and worse and worse and worse. So just take a moment and talk to someone, your brother, sister, spouse, whatever it is that actually listens. And oh man, the feeling of relief that you get after you do that, it's amazing. It's honestly amazing. And the last one has been quite a journey to actually implement. And that one is be kind to yourself. That one has been very, very hard, because I tend to be like very harsh on myself. Like, before the stroke, after the stroke, like, everything. Just very harsh. Like, I should be doing this. For example, I wanted a job. For example, I didn't get it. I will be so like, oh, it was my fault. Everything was my fault. And blah blah blah. Everything was negative about myself. No, like, no. That is like, you need to remind yourself, like, if somebody tells you, for example, a friend goes to you and wants to talk, and they're actually like talking to you when they have a very similar situation to you, and then what are you going to tell them? Like, no, chill, it's gonna be okay. Like, it's not your fault, or if it's external situations that you are not able to control, like, be like, it's gonna be okay, and diverge and like learn from it and all that stuff. Like, you are telling your friend to be kind to yourself, to themselves. So why be so harsh on yourself? For example, for me, I remember very, very vividly. After the surgery, I went to a rehab hospital, and in there, because it was like 3 months or 4 months after the stroke, I was actually able to understand, like, actually comprehend and digest all of the stuff that had happened to me. And I was starting to be like, oh, I should have done that. I shouldn't be like. I was being very, very harsh. And then one person, it was called spiritual guidance. Usually the first week when you go there, a lot of people talk to you and like, you know, like to know how you are feeling, actually like feeling. And then when I was talking to her, I realized, no, I didn't realize. She told me like, why are you so harsh on yourself? Like, so harsh. Like, why I'm not better? You know, why am I better? Why is my brain taking so long? I'm not seeing friends. That's one thing. I wasn't seeing friends, and then she told me like, I think you're not seeing your friends because you are judging yourself. And I think so, because I didn't want people to see me the way I was in that moment, because it was a hard, very hard moment. And I'm always used to being like super Alejandra. I'm used to people seeing me like that. And then she told me like very vividly, be kind to yourself. Like, you're going through, everybody goes through their own things, and you cannot compare yourself to anybody, and just be kind. If you are kind to yourself, like, oh my goodness, you will feel more calm, you feel happier. I'm actually like right now, because I do have to remind myself of these strategies that I am saying, and when I do that, I feel actually happier, like for real, like I'm good, like, you know, life is good, things are fine. So I hope these 3 strategies, oh my god, my accent is really going through the roof. I hope this helps you, and I know there's other things that I'm still learning and also like implementing, that's the word, I am implementing into my life. So hopefully, probably like in December, I will tell you more strategies. And yeah, have